Good morning. I'm taking the children's talk today. Thank you to Alex and Steve for the previous ones and for Josh. Just want to talk to you today about God being our Heavenly Father. And I've got two stories to share with you. The first story is about a boy who's about 7 and it was his birthday. And it was in the mid-1940s and his mum said to him, "What do you want for your birthday? We haven't got much money. We've got a penny to spend." And he said, "You know what, Mum, will a penny get me on the local bus?" Because he loved going on buses and he'd hardly been on one for ages. His mum said, "Okay, sure, here's your penny." And the double-decker came. He was absolutely delighted. So he went upstairs, he sat on the bus, and it was a circular route and he'd been on it. And then about 10-15 minutes, this soldier comes up the steps and sits quite close to him. And the boy looks at him and thinks, "Oh," and he says, Can I wear your helmet?" And the soldier says, "Sure you can," and gives the helmet to the young boy. Then he says to him, where are you going?" He said, "Oh, I'm just travelling around, it's my birthday." He said, "Oh, it's your birthday, is it? No, that's fantastic." And they get talking, the soldier's really interested and kind to him and talking. And then he says to the soldier, "Oh, I'm going to have to get off now at this stop." He says, "Oh, I'm getting off at this stop." Where is it you live?" He said, "Oh, I live on Champion Lane." He said, "Champion Lane?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "What number Champion Lane?" He said, 28. "Why?" He said, "Is your name David?" "Yes." "Is your mum named Alison?" He said, "Yes." He said, "David, I'm your dad. I've been off to war. You were born when you were about 3 or 4, I went off to war. You won't be remembering me. I've come home from the war and I am your dad. I'm coming home with you." Can you imagine how that little boy would feel knowing that the father was back in his life and that his father had shown great kindness and bravery? Second story also involves a soldier, and it's set in the time of, it's in America during the reign of Abraham Lincoln, who was the president, not the reign, sorry. And there's a soldier and he's desperate to get a message to the president. So he goes to the White House and he tries to get access to the president, but nobody will let him in. The president is way too busy. But this is a really, really important message. But he can't get through to him. Doesn't matter what who he tries to persuade, there's no way. So he goes back outside and he's in the grounds nearby and he's really, really desperately sad. And the boy comes up to him and says, "What's the matter?" And he explains the situation to him, saying that he's really sad and he's got a really important message. He said, "Come with me." So he follows the young boy. The boy takes him into the garden of the White House. Then he takes him in through the servants' quarters. He goes up the stairs. He goes along on the corridor. He knocks on the door and the voice says, "Come in." "Hello, son. How are you?" He says, "Father, I've got someone that wants to speak to you." It was Abraham Lincoln's son who'd given his friend, the soldier, access to the president. And the person was able to deliver his really important message. But it was only access or being able to get to the president via the Son. And in a way, we have got access to our Father in heaven via the Son, via his Son Jesus Christ, who died on a cross for us. Now, imagine I'm trying to be a good dad and Thomas comes in and says, Dad, can you come and help me with my project?" I'll say, "Thomas, I'm sorry, I haven't got time." Or Joe comes in and says, "Oh, Joe, Dad, you promised to take me to football." "Oh, sorry, Joe, I've forgotten." Or Sam says, "Dad, we're going to do that job today. Can you remember to us?" "Oh, Sam, I've realised I can't do that job. I'm just not good enough. I haven't got the right tools." I would be trying to be a good dad. And then sometimes I'm tired or I'm impatient or I forget things. Well, our God isn't like that at all. The great thing about our God, he is everywhere at all times. He's kind all of the time. He wants to help us all of the time. The Bible tells us he knows us right from the beginning because he created us. The Bible also says this, it's incredible. "Before a word is on my lips, you, O Lord, know it altogether. You discern my thoughts from afar." Whatever we're thinking, whatever we say, God already knows. God is a loving, incredible Father. He wants us to come to him with honesty and tell him things. If my kids have got problems, they don't come to me. I'm really disappointed and annoyed and saddened that they haven't come to me. Our God is so much better. He never goes to sleep. He never forgets things. He's incredible loving and he's your heavenly Father. In fact, when Jesus taught us the prayer, he said, "Our Father who art in heaven." He's all of our fathers. And that's a great thing to remember and to know. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, God is your loving heavenly Father who we have access to. In other words, we can go to at any time, at any place, in any situation. Thank you very much for listening.